Hello, hello, welcome to WIP IT Sunday. Running solo tonight, and got plenty of stuff to work on. Got some cool stuff I've been trying out. I got some new head sculpts to print it up. I got some more printing right now. You get the parts out of the microwave oven, or microwave. Ooh, we got the Power Princess upper torso. Let's see if I can get the heat up enough to get the corset part off. And it's going pretty good. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Ease it up to get the plastic and the glue softened up. Just want to pull this off, make it easier for painting. Sounds like my print just finished up. Maybe I'll check it out until later. Almost got her. Release. Comments. SDA in the house. Family, I'm back. We'll get you a good one then.
Family, 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 family.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Welcome back, SDA. Let's see. Cooled down too much to get the rest of it off. Yeah. I'm close. I got a good chunk of it loose. Almost there. I'm gonna have to heat it up some more to get the rest of the way off. All right. I'm working on turning this one into a Wonder Woman. With the send it off like the gold belt piece on Power Princess. I'm using parts from a Mattel DC Multiverse Wonder Woman skirt piece. I got the lasso and sword too from that figure. But I am using Power Princess head that I put a star on forehead. I don't think it looks right. There's rumoring that they're going to be reissuing her, which would be great if they are. So I got one of my villains, one of my main villains is Solarian. This is one I did before. I got these new heads for it. These turned out really nice. So I'm going to bring up a couple about using a chameleon. I started working on this before Chameleon came out, and it's using a different head. And I got these new heads, and I like the bulkiness of the chameleon torso. I think I'm gonna make it like an alternate look for them on the chameleon. I'm not gonna keep it straight up chameleon. It could still be the blue and gray. All right. Hot out of the microwave. Alright, we're almost got her freed up. Alright. That is off. Go through and trim some of this up so it goes back together. Goes up underneath that lip. I glued it better in some places than others. Yeah. Still got some cleanup to do, but it's getting there. Do 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 do.
So in France, there was an
There we go. Got these removable. Party on, Darth. It's no hell. This is a Power Princess upper torso. It's taken apart, so I can paint this much easier. Airbrush it and put it back together. Christian, Cliff, you see the changes in the blue Venom? Yes, they got the disc hinge on that one. That was nice upgrade on that. New arms, I think, too. New arms and added disc hinge to the neck, which is much nicer. Okay. And that's with the previous Venom had a disc hinge, because that figure cannot look up. They really laid the glue on this one. I've seen other people take these off. Now, every figure is different. And how it was assembled at the factory. Sometimes they put a little bit of glue, sometimes they put a ton of glue. I've running that with like the hair pieces too. Sometimes it's just heat it up and just peel it off. I've even actually peeled the hair pieces off without even heating it up before. Just that's a little glue on it. This one they glued the living daylights out of this corset piece. So taking a little time to clean it up. There we go. I think it's gooder. That'd be handy. Now we need to keep the parts safe. So I was watching a while back, this guy going over, he had a live stream discussing how he stores his parts and had these really high-end, expensive containers, and got a Ziploc bag. That's all you need. You don't need expensive containers to keep your work in progress figures in. That does just fine. Skirt piece in. Golden lasso. I did see that 6-inch plus green scar, or what they're calling them, the Planet Hulk. Love the body of the Hulk for a prime. Yeah, that would be a good prime, because he's not great looking figure, no question. But when he showed it next to that Thor on the Adam Strong body, way too small. I'll probably still end up getting it because I love that storyline. I don't see Hasbro doing one of those figures anytime soon. Where did I put my green stuff? There it is. Cool. I know Prime is not as popular as the Hulk, but much as I love making Prime, and I got another one here I'm working on. Be cool if somebody, these third-party companies would give Prime some love and do a figure review. Seems like he would be more popular than these companies doing Brave Star. Not to knock Brave Star. That's, yeah. I'm saying is, I would assume that there would be more Ultraverse fans than Brave Star fans. They've had like two companies do, third-party companies do Brave Star. Got new Prime that I'm working on, new heads. I got two more on my printer, so I'll need to get washed up and cured eventually. I just finished up printing a few minutes ago. Hasbro could make one. They did Crystal. Yes, Hasbro could, because Ultraverse is currently owned by Marvel, and they can use it straight up. They have full rights to it. They just have, with certain uses of it in the comics, they can use it straight up. No restrictions. If they did toys, they'd have to pay like a small commission, a small like a licensing fee to the original creators, but they do that already with other characters. So I don't know what the evil front, or we got the Rogue Prime. Oh no, Rogue Prime wasn't evil, but he was. You think Primeval? Yeah. I did Primeval. I made regular his first form. I did final form was the red and blue. I actually did a couple of those. I did well. There's only one in existence right now, because the first final form Prime, another Ultraverse fan, great guy. He convinced me to sell it to him, so I sold it to him. Started to make another one. I made another one. I got sick and went to the hospital and used it to pay for some bills. And he actually bought that one. So he actually asked me if I can turn the first one he bought into a first form Prime. So he bought both final form Primes. Technically, he only has one because I turned his first one into a first form Prime. SDA, right now, I used to really wish they would do it, but people writing Marvel stuff right now, I don't know if I'd want them to touch them. I doubt the people who actually work for Marvel even know the Ultraverse exists. The current people that work at Marvel, I seriously doubt they even know they exist. I want to make the middle long hair Prime. I got one of those in my work in progress pile. I started a long time back. I was even embedding magnets into the bodies, working with the chains on around his waist. I just never got around to finishing it. I'll revisit it once I get this one done. Just now I need a new head. I started out using the heads I've been using, the enlarged Hyperion heads mixed with a straight up neutral face, then with the smiling face. At the lower jaw is from an All Might statue I can mold off of. And this one I hadn't even finished yet. The yelling head, that is a Filmskew Hulk that came with the Hulkbuster 2-pack. I shrunk down the head to make a cast in a shrinking mold, and I grafted onto that jaw onto another casting I made of the enlarged Hyperion head. SDA got my 3D printer working. Just bought the PE spring steel plate for it to nice. Yeah, Marvel doesn't do a lot with the characters they own. Absolutely, you're right about that, Namafield. It's not just Ultraverse; it's all kinds of stuff they own. I never understood the whole point of they turned Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, into Captain Marvel because they wanted a female Captain Marvel. Problem is, they already had a female Captain Marvel, which everybody liked. Faye Lavelle, Eunice Vale's daughter. They killed her off just to make Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. Oh, they wanted to collect the brownie points too. Heck, she was even dating Moondragon with their extra check boxes. But the character was well written, so that wasn't the driving force of her personality. And the Faye Lavelle as Captain Marvel had a much cooler look. It's like when DC rebooted their New 52 universe, they made like a huge, big like production about Green Lantern's gay. They turned Alan Scott gay, which erased DC's first gay character, his son. It's like, do y'all not read anything you make? Well, the answer is no, so they don't. Nobody had a problem with Obsidian. Gritted teeth, angry head. I got on the printer. I got a neutral face and a yelling face, like the one I made with the Hulk head. So those I'm hoping turn out really well. I thought Marvel was stupid for not buying the characters of the original Captain Marvel comic, not just the name. Well, DC was dumb for giving up on Captain Marvel. They did not have to change Captain Marvel's name to Shazam. They chose to do that willingly. For the Fawcett characters, yeah. They chose to do that willingly at New 52 to basically just start calling him Shazam instead of Captain Marvel, which I thought was stupid. Especially when they established, I know it's a reboot, but the original established way his powers work. He has to say Shazam to transform. If that's his name, what's your name? You're not real swift. And I just dropped. Son of a crayon slayer. Hey now. Let's go ahead and put that in there. I'm not going to fit it right now. That's just a drop in the bucket. Oh, how much I need to fill that cavity, but it's a start. I need to print the water slide for him. I won't be painting his yellow parts here in a bit too. Give them all to match just one color. And we'll put a coat on this. And my sacrificial dummy that I use. Giggity. Actually, let's use a different one. So it's a little more firm on that. Let's see. Tan Flesh. Shadow Flesh. It's a tight fit. Yep, that's what Marvel does. They tend to. That's at least about what made them go bankrupt in the '90s, and why they had to sell off the movie rights and stuff on characters. How all the different studios got different rights to different characters. Because they went in the red, acquiring all these smaller companies like Malibu and company Mr. Miracle, and nearly destroyed Marvel. Plus, you had the comic book crash in the '90s. People didn't understand what made comic books rare, and they were speculating buying millions of comics. But in doing so, also made those books to be worthless by buying millions of books. They thought they were going to be getting Action Comics #1 and be millionaires. So you like Death of Superman, X-Men #1, the two highest grossing selling books ever. It's funny, you go to a con still, you see people trying to sell X-Men #1 for high money. It's like, it's not worth that much. Because they printed millions of it. I picked up a figure for a friend of mine and paid a little bit too much for it, but beats like kind of the deal with eBay. Picked up Mattel's DC Signature Series You'll Alone Get It Man for my friend Super Life. The guy had $30 on it. It's like, that's more than what it's worth. He had some other Signature Series looking at that same subscription thing for $15. And I was like, I asked him like politely, like, would you take 20 for it? He said, no, I got more than that in it. It's like, I paid for it off the website. I said, me too. They were $20, and they went on clearance for a lot less. Heck, I think they even showed up at Big Lots. Big Lots was the thing before Ollie's where figures would go to. I think they were $5 at Big Lots. Oh, I'm just painting. This is not going to be this is the head for my villain Solarian. Painting it up for this body here. Actually going to do second Solarian. This is the first one I made. And for when I start working on that, they announced the Chameleon. So I'm going to do some changes to the Chameleon, paint it up to blue and gray, and add some of the filigree stuff. I would not do a cape on this one, just for different variations. And I'm going to paint up 2 of these heads. I know someone right now who is doing that, but with a crowdfunded comics, where they're going to be disappointed. What was it? Oh, speculating. Gotcha. Oh, I don't. Those NFT things, like people were wasting their money on. It's like these things are not going to be worth anything. If people were blowing tons of money on those stupid NFT like drawings, how do you ever think those are going to be worth anything? No. Tell you one book, it would be worth something. The Warriors of War #1. That's gonna be my book. I think everybody should buy all of them. Next, I talked to went to a con today. I was with her to pick up some books for a friend that does the comic book unboxings. He has had a friend sit up out there. He does the CGC grading stuff. And I said, well, after pick up the books and I go in for free with a vendor pass. Walked around a bit and I was talking to him. He's like, he's willing to carry my book. Using this paint here as like a primer coat. Alrighty. Okay. Whew. No idea where everybody's at. I know where Ken's at. He's taking some time off. Okay, I get it. Oh yeah, I put up the painting, not painting before I painted that one. Oh well, let me get back out. Find one that fits. No. Yeah, I really don't. When I went to the big lake and he got me the badge to go in for free. He's like, I don't really need it. Nobody ever stops me. I walk into the loading dock. Nobody ever questions I should be there. The badge he gave me, like this little, like a little button. It was actually broken. I couldn't even put it on, so I just put it in my back pocket. Nobody stopped and asked me. I didn't have no wristband on or anything. You just walk around like you own the place. Nobody ever bothers you. Plus, I'm 6'2" and 400 pounds. I pulled in the parking lot. It was like $5 park. Yeah, I'm a vendor. They just, oh, over here. Free parking. Right now, I did print some more stuff, make some more models. They're on the printer now. They actually didn't finish until like 10 minutes into the stream, so I haven't got a chance to wash them or. But I can show you some of the stuff I did. I got on the slicing program. So, looking forward to seeing how those turned out. Just can't do that until after. Take them out, get them off the build plate and wash them. Let them sit overnight, then I'll clean them up. I still find it funny that dude got some butt hurt because I showed people that tool. The funniest part is this: he's the actual hack. He don't just. I don't like to talk negative about anybody, but he started it. But the stuff's not even that good. Yet he makes stuff just to sell at way over more than what the stuff's worth. Very poor quality paint. He's selling them for $2.50 a piece. Customs. And the eyes look cross-eyed when he paints them. And I'm the hack. Because I use the software to make heads. But I still have to modify, cut the necks off, fit them to the figures. Still got paint on myself, but I'm a hack because I used a program to make the models. And I don't sell anything. The sprue marks off the parts. I'll get everything ready to go, and I'll airbrush them later. I'm going to use this Gundam yellow. I've been using already on it. I like it. It's like a nice bright yellow, but it's not too orangey. So, because I got yellow parts off different figures, so they're all different colored yellows. So I want everything to be consistent. Oh. Hands cramped up. I don't know how many more years I'll be able to do this before my hands completely give out. Enjoy it while I can. Getting the, you can see their injection lines. Get focus. There's like a, you can hear that click. There's a seam right there. Trying to sand that down. This is not really for paint, it's just, since they're already yellow, I don't need to paint them, but I just don't like the seams. This is actually for a friend of mine that's launching his own comic. It's his main character, flagship character, Skybreaker. That's what the comic's going to be called too, Skybreaker. And touch up a little bit yellow right there. A little bit of defect in the glove right there. I don't know if I can do anything for it right now. Let's see. Where are those? Sanding. Is that? Did do have to do a friend Cipherlife hooked me up with the DC Icons grill. Yeah, I just had to do a quick little fix for her, and sitting there like staring at her the other night during the toy talk stream on Friday, and her bicep was backwards. I had to heat and pop it and turn it around, put it back together. Alright. Oop. That'll work. We can airbrush both of them at the same time. Don't want paint down into the socket. Okay. Need that. And that. Those that go on some helping hands. It's too big. Those are ready. These are ready. That's ready. Did that figure come in a 2-pack with the big dark side? It did. Sif actually just had a retro review on his channel before he sent it to me. That's only, oh, bring it back over here. When I got it, I was actually surprised. It's the only icons I know of that has thigh swivels. They're terrible. They're in a weird position, cut low, not hidden, and they break the sculpt horribly when you use them. But it has them. It's the only one I know of has them. Which was very surprising. The only thing my biggest grab about the figure, they got that made in China DCC huge text on the legs. You got the serial number, DC copyright, DC Comics. That is the only thing I can see that I don't like about the figure. Well, the thigh swivel are not pretty, of course, but he forgot the hand that holds the axe, though. He's got to send that to me. He already told me before I got the figure. It's like I forgot to send one of the hands when we were talking on the stream. I got to look in the bag. Does that hand happen to be the one that holds her axe? He said, yes. I was like, okay. Come on, focus. There it is. Yeah, it's weird. It's the only one that has thigh swivels. And I don't see any benefit for it on that figure because they don't move very well. And they're a horrible spot. But at least they were trying. Of course, they've done, these things have more. These did the upside down ab crunch way before Marvel Legends did. Hasbro did. Put the ab crunch in there, plus the diaphragm up top. They were doing that way before. And plus the females with the bicep swivels and double joint elbows. She's got a poncho tooth piece that goes over. It's got an Omega symbol on it. Fix that spot. The body of Metro, it is multiple man. Bob was pinless. Multiple man's got pins. It's actually a resculpted multi-man head too. I sculpted the mask using green stuff. The gold was easy to pick off all the PVC stuff. That gold didn't hardly come off that ABS plastic. It was on there. It's fine now. It'll be a lot smoother when I'm done, once I put all the sealers on it. It's a little rough looking, but it'll be, once I do all that. I need to shoot a little bit of sealer on it too before I do the water slide. I was working on that earlier. Got a little bit of white spot there I need to touch up. Didn't notice until I start moving around. Nope. I got it open. I'm just going to go ahead and mix up some paint for the airbrush. You are not going down. Why? What? Are you serious? This is acrylic, so I can just thin it down with water. I think I'll need a little bit more. Here we go. We got the yellow for the a little bit more. Go. Thin dot yellow, ready for the airbrush. Yeah, as mentioned on like one of the other streams, where I see a lot of fan art and stuff of Prime now. They draw him with red hair. He didn't have red hair. He clearly had brown hair in the comic. Now, the only thing I can think of what I was talking about last time is the toy kind of looks like it has red hair, but it's an odd brown where it almost looks like red hair. So I guess that's where people are getting that from. So I'm starting to see people pop up and copy my recipe for Prime. And that's what they mention where they got the idea from. They don't. Like they don't. That used to be the big no-no. You don't steal people's recipes without, or at least use people's recipes without mentioning where you got the idea from. If I see a cool idea, I always try to give props if I can remember where I got it from. Like when used James Rosenberg's recipe for the leader, putting on Hydra Supreme body. That was so much better. Common courtesy. Yep, I agree. No, hell, they should. It doesn't cost anything. Actually, gains them respect within the community when they do. You're actually getting something out of it. I remember the first guy stole my prime recipe, and people were complimenting on it, and he was taking full credit for it. Then he got called out on it. Then he made it. That's when I first back getting into stuff. Like with Matthew's neck mod for like the older female legends that don't have any neck articulation. Anytime I do that, I always give credit to Matthew. So that's such a great mod. It gives the figures a lot more range of movement on the head. Yeah, fodder figures like that's great for holding heads if you don't have a stick to put it on. A head on a stick. Not that one. This one I'm not real. I got the base coat's too thick. That the shadow flesh was a little too thick. Got a couple spots on there I'm not happy with. When it dries, I'll get a little light sandpaper touched up. So I'm not going to touch this one until tomorrow. Or the next day, whenever we get back to on that one. The others are fine. Let me get back to work on my Bond, James Bond. I want to print out a reference picture of him first. It's not bad looking. I just gotta start working on dry brush a little bit of this flesh tone on, and I'm gonna start working on the eyes and the hair. Using the Matt Murdock body, which great suit body. Buddy of mine called me this evening and said he found some at Ollie's and picked me up 2 more of these. These are showing up at Ollie's for $10, the Matt Murdocks. All right. Clean her shoulder up. Something's on her stained it. Hopefully I can get it off with a nuke. These were opened and displayed. At least they don't smell like cigarettes. She's pretty much well disappeared from the comics, I believe. I think she's been seen since the Rebirth. Yeah, she was in the New 52. And nothing after Rebirth. It's got some mold defects on the back here. Let me just say that's the texture from her skin texture from her dad. Whoever stained that deep. Probably came from the poncho. Yeah, it's deep in there. Wow. Whatever it is, it's in the plastic. I scratched off the top layer and I put that Winsor Newton back on it, and it brightened up the stain instead of getting rid of it. So it's coming from in the plastic. Not the first time I've had a figure with had contaminants in the plastic. The last one I got was the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Dr. Mindbender. In the back of the head is a black dot in the plastic. The one before that was actually in my Nova from my HasLab Galactus. In the fire, a speck of black plastic inside one piece of the flame on her hair. Yep, I cleaned it up a little bit. It was off the neck and a little off the shoulder, but the dark spots are still there. It has to be in the plastic. I scratched off the top layer, and it kind of went away when I ran the Winsor Newton back over it. It's like whoop, come right back through. It's almost like there's metal in it that's rusting through. She actually was smaller than I was expecting too. She seemed small for like all the icons were a true 16 scale, but she's Darkseid's daughter, so it's kind of expecting her being bigger than the males, or at least the 7-pack Wonder Woman, who was bigger than the males. No peg holes in the feet. I don't know her origin, but she almost looks like she's half Amazonian with the design of the costume. She almost looks like a Wonder Woman-esque character. How do you get the paint to stay? It depends on the paint, what you're painting. Like on regular surfaces, well, sealers is a big thing. I just paint this stuff with like pro acrylic paints. It'll scratch off easily. So you got to seal it with a clear coat for it to stay. But other paints, you don't need that. Like for it to bond. This is a lacquer. The pro acrylics, or acrylics, of course. This is a lacquer, and it really sticks to the plastic well. If you're going to paint joints, you always want to take off some of the material in the joints, allow for clearance. What I do is I take when I got the parts disassembled, I'll take a Sharpie, color the surface, and once I dremel off that marker, you should have enough room for clearance. Also, too, you got, well, when you're clearancing a figure, you got different like spots you gotta trim back sometimes. Like the ab crunch on this one, I've actually cut down. I took my knife and took out material in the ab crunch. And same like with the around the waist area in the ab crunch. I trimmed this back, trimmed in the inside of it out, and I've actually I got this side done. I need to do this side, just widening the caps here, allow for more range of movement without collision points. Still going to hit, but gives you a little more room to watch out for. But there, you can see it's not hitting whatsoever. On this side, before I have it done yet, that rubs right in through here when you do this. So I'll end up taking out some material through here. I'm digging these heads. I like them a lot. Need to get on to work on these. I got the red. So these two, I need to take apart for sector. I'm going to 2813. Friend, and he sent me these to do up like mine. I got this one fixed up. Took it apart and did washes on the silver. Repainted the neck because they got the silver right in the middle of the neck on both of them. Sculpt is obviously that is supposed to be flesh tone up into the mechanical parts, and that's more comic accurate. Plus, they didn't paint the eye right. They didn't paint the red on the chin on the blue one, and I gotta do the same. At least they got the chin piece done, but it's sloppy. But I'll redo that. I'll just repaint the eyes completely on both of them. And they didn't paint the silver on the leg or on the tricep back here on either one of them. That's what I'll be using. My chrome silver from Team Hut. Tamia. But that will not be tonight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. We got shut down 8 minutes early. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out hanging out with us tonight. Or with me. I say us, so normally it's the crew's here. But anyway, do this stream. If anybody's new, we do this. I do this live stream every Sunday. We do another customizing stream every other Thursday. We're off this Thursday. We just had one. But on Friday nights, we do Toy News, Toy Talk. And this coming Saturday, we'll be there in our next comics review. We're going to be talking about Hulk, Future Imperfect. Alrighty, but y'all have a good week, and thank you for coming out, hanging out, and watching me customize. And if you guys ever have questions, always feel free to hit me up. And there's a link down the Discord if you got any questions there, and to my Instagram. Get y'all next time. Later. Oh. Wait a minute. My screen went crazy. I can't shut down. What did it do? I can't get to the closing video. It won't let me scroll. All right. We'll catch y'all next time. Later.
The Transformers will